It was a camel that carried heavy loads for commercial caravans. One day after a long drive, he got very tired and said to himself, "The world is very big and large and full of deserts and meadows from grass, trees and fresh springs with water. It is very pleasant. There are animals everywhere who live in freedom and comfort and enjoy the blessings of nature." It occupied his mind till one day, when there was no burden on his back, from the other camels separated and hid himself from eyes of businessmen and quickly fled to the desert. Now he is free, and he was his own owner. He was able to look around in the desert and to walk on grasses freely. This happy life lasted for a few days, until that he reached to a green forest. The camel didn't know that there is a lion in the forest, who is the king of all wild animals. He also didn't know that predatory wolf, cunning jackal, and black crow, they are followers of lion. They every hunt the fat and chubby that they were showing to. They used to inform the lion. The lion would tear the prey into pieces and eat as much as he could, and the rest was for wolves, jackals, and crow. The runaway camel didn't know about these animals. And while eating grass and moves around, he looked. He was going towards the forest. Suddenly, he collided with a lion. First the camel was afraid, but soon realized that if the lion knows that he is afraid, his life will be endangered. So, he went to the lion and greeted politely. The lion thought that by keeping the camel that has a powerful appearance, it can be in between his followers, increases his glory. So, he kindly asked the camel, "Why alone? What are you doing here?" The camel gave a short description of his life, and he said, "I am tired of working and carrying loads, and I want to live freely and peacefully. So, I ran away, and now I am here to serve you as a guest." The lion understood that the camel was scared, but ignoring this issue, he said, "You are still free, and you can do anything. And if you don't mind, you can live in the forest. We don't need your meat, because there is plenty of hunting. We are hospitable, kind and powerful, and we will support you against every enemy you will face." The camel was happy with the grace of the lion and thanked him for this forgiveness. He lived in the forest for a while. He eats, sleeps, and grew fatter day by day. And it was getting fresher. One day that the lion was gone out for hunting, faced with a wild elephant. Between the two wars it broke out, and the lion was injured. And he ran to his grove. And for a few days he could not go hunting, because he was unable to hunt. Wolf, jackal, and crows also didn't have something to eat. Lion, who was their leader, was seeing their sad condition. He said, "Because I see you hungry, very sorry. In fact, your hunger hurts me more than my own illness. Since I am unable to travel far to hunt, you must look for game nearby and let me know so that I can kill it and provide you some food." Jackal, Wolf, and Crow left the lion and sat together to decide what to do.
Wolf said, "Friends, I have a suggestion. The camel is a stranger in this forest and has become very fat. He is neither our friend nor has any use for the loin. If we can convince the lion to kill the camel, the lion will not need to hunt for a few days, and we will have plenty of food to eat." Jackal said, "It is true that the camel is not our friend, but it is very difficult to convince the lion to kill the camel, because he sheltered the camel and is his guest. We cannot encourage the lion to commit betrayal and break his promise. This is very bad, and the lion does not consider it permissible." The crow said, "We must use tricks to please the lion. You stay here while I go somewhere else. I will tell you the rest of my plan when I return." The crow went to the lion. Lion asked, "What did you do? Did you find something to eat?" "We searched everywhere," said the crow, "but we are too weak to walk, but capable to solve our problem. If you allow me to tell you frankly," the lion said, "tell me the solution." The crow said, "The truth is that the camel is a stranger, and it does not matter to us whether it was or not. He has eaten so much grass and slept that he is close to bursting from obesity. His greatest benefit to us is his flesh, to save us from hunger and death." The lion did not allow the crow to finish his speech and shouted angrily, "Shame on those who claim friendship, but do not pay attention to the bonds of friendship and honesty. How can we kill the camel while we have promised to be his friend and supporter? Why do you encourage me to break my promise?" The crow said, "You are right, but the wise say that in an emergency, one person may sacrifice everyone. There is one camel and 4 of us. According to your promise, all those who fight together have been friends in the past. We can also find a good excuse to exonerate ourselves. In addition, and if you don't, he will be killed in the slaughterhouse or torn to pieces by wild animals. Anyway, we are all ready to sacrifice ourselves for you." The lion thought for a while but did not say anything. The crow turned to the wolf and the jackal and said, "Everything is ready. I told the lion about the camel. At first, he was angry, but he finally agreed. Now we have to encourage the camel to come with us to show his devotion to the lion like us. We will fix the rest." Jackal said, "It is a good idea." Then they went to the camel that had eaten a lot of grass and was ruminating. They started to flatter. First the jackal said, "Mr. Camel, we have come here to consult with you. We ask you as an experienced person to help solve the problem that has arisen." The camel replied, "I am not worthy of this praise." Jackal said, The whole world knows about your decency and praise you for this kindness and loyalty you do. As you know, we are under the support of the lion, and we live in comfort. Now he is sick and can't go for hunting. But because he has a right on us, it is our duty to alleviate his illness. Even by saying sweet words, we can prove our loyalty to him. So we want to go to the lion and say that we are ready to sacrifice ourselves for him. I say that I like to be his lunch. You say that you can be his dinner. The wolf and the crow say something similar. The wolf said, "If we don't do this, people will blame us and say that when the lion was sick, none of his friends were loyal. They did not show themselves." The crow said, "Yes, yesterday the lion was very sad and said that he has served animals all his life. But today no one asks about him. The lion has a kind heart, and I am sure that with this work, he will be more kind to us." After hearing these words,
the camel said, "It is a good proposal. He has not hurt me, so I have to serve him. Since you and Lion didn't misbehave with me, I agree with you." Everyone went to the lion, and after greeting, the crow opened the conversation and said, "Dear lion, we have been living under your protection for a long time. You have a right on us. My flesh may be useful to you, so I am willing to sacrifice myself to you, in the hope that you will recover." Jackal said, "O crow, what's the use of your meat? Your meat is not edible." At this time, the lion shook his head, and the crow lowered his head in shame. The jackal continued, "O noble lion, the truth is that you have prepared our daily food for years. I am ready to sacrifice my life for you." The wolf shouted, "O skinny jackal, you are a cowardly animal, and your meat is not suitable for lion." Once again, the lion nodded, and the jackal lowered his head in shame. Greg continued, "But as a strong animal, I am ready to sacrifice my life for you. I hope you will accept my meat to satisfy your hunger." The jackal and the crow said, "O wolf, of course this is a sacrifice out of your loyalty. But your meat is bad for the lion." The lion did not say anything, and the wolf lowered his head in shame. Now it was the camel's turn. The naive camel, who was a little worried at first, was encouraged by the words of others and said, "I am also thankful for all your kindness and for allowing me to eat the grass of the forest. I am ready to sacrifice myself for your recovery." I hope that the crow, the wolf, and the jackal did not give the camel time to finish his speech, and they all said, "You said these words with all your heart, camel. Since your meat is delicious and nutritious, it is suitable for the lion's temperament. If you want the truth, we have always praised your sense of duty and loyalty." After these words, they immediately attacked the camel, tore it to pieces and ate it. This was the fate of the naive camel who ran away from work and was deceived by his enemies.